Have you ever felt like you're drowning in confusion, walking on eggshells in your own home, yet you can't quite explain why? You may be facing narcissistic abuse, and the legal system can feel just as overwhelming as the relationship itself. Narcissists don't just manipulate emotions, they control finances, distort reality, and isolate you until your voice feels silenced. But here's the truth. You do have power, and the law can be on your side. In this video, we're diving deep into how narcissistic abuse manifests legally and what you can do to protect yourself, your rights, and your future. If you're stuck in fear or feeling trapped in a toxic dynamic, this isn't just a video, it's a roadmap to clarity, confidence, and control. Stick with me, because by the end, you'll not only understand how narcissism affects relationships, you'll know exactly how to begin reclaiming your life, both emotionally and legally. Understanding narcissism and its impact on relationships. To understand the legal complications of narcissistic abuse, we must first understand what narcissism actually is. Narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD, is more than just arrogance or selfishness. It's a diagnosable mental health condition characterized by a deep need for control, admiration, and lack of empathy. In relationships, narcissists often appear charming and charismatic at first, but over time, their true nature surfaces. They gaslight, manipulate, isolate, and degrade their partners to maintain control. This behavior creates an environment of fear, confusion, and emotional exhaustion. For many victims, the abuse is invisible. There are no bruises, no visible scars, but the psychological and emotional damage is profound. Victims begin to question their own reality, their self-worth erodes, and decision-making becomes difficult. And here's the trap. The narcissist often cycles between cruelty and charm, causing their partner to constantly hope for change and blame themselves when things go wrong. This emotional roller coaster keeps empaths hooked and makes leaving incredibly difficult. Understanding this dynamic is the first step toward reclaiming your power. Once you can name what's happening, you can start making informed decisions about your next steps, emotionally and legally. Legal ramifications of narcissistic abuse. Narcissistic abuse isn't just emotionally devastating. It can also have serious legal implications. One of the most insidious aspects of this abuse is coercive control, a pattern of controlling behaviors that strip the victim of their independence, freedom, and sense of safety. In many parts of the world, coercive control is now legally recognized as a form of domestic abuse. Narcissists often manipulate not just emotions, but finances, communication, and even children to maintain dominance. This can include controlling access to money, sabotaging employment, hiding assets, or using the legal system itself as a weapon through frivolous lawsuits and custody battles. Thankfully, the law is beginning to catch up. Victims of narcissistic abuse may have legal options, such as restraining orders, protection orders, or emergency custody filings. In cases of financial abuse or destruction of property, civil lawsuits may also be an option. But here's the challenge. Narcissists are often master manipulators. In court, they may present themselves as charming, rational, and even victimized, leaving their actual victim looking unstable or emotional. That's why legal preparation is so critical. Understanding your rights and having proper documentation can be the difference between justice and further victimization. The legal system isn't always easy, but it can be a powerful tool for reclaiming your safety, freedom, and future. Seeking legal assistance and support. When facing narcissistic abuse, having the right legal support can make all the difference. It's not just about getting a lawyer, it's about finding someone who understands the psychological dynamics of abuse, particularly the manipulative tactics used by narcissists. Family law attorneys who specialize in domestic abuse cases are trained to navigate these complexities. They can help you file for protection orders, custody arrangements, or even financial restitution if needed. But the first step is reaching out. You don't have to go through this alone. Legal aid organizations can be a lifeline, especially if financial control has been part of the abuse. Many offer free consultations, resources, and even representation for those in need. Look for local advocacy centers or online directories that connect victims with experienced legal help. But legal support isn't just about the courtroom. Therapists and trauma-informed counselors also play a crucial role. They can help you process your experience, strengthen your testimony, and prepare for the emotional toll that legal proceedings often bring. Building a support system that includes both legal and emotional allies creates a safety net, a foundation that empowers you to speak your truth, stand your ground, and protect your future. You are not powerless, and you are not alone. It's protecting yourself. Practical steps. When you're dealing with a narcissist, especially one who's manipulative or abusive, protection isn't just emotional, it's practical and legal too. The first line of defense is safeguarding your personal information. It means securing your bank accounts, changing passwords, and limiting what you share online. Narcissists often try to maintain control even after a breakup, and digital access is one of their favorite tools. Next, documentation is your best ally. Keep a detailed log of abusive encounters, dates, times, what was said or done. If safe to do so, take screenshots, photos, or voice memos. These pieces of evidence can be critical in court if you ever need to seek a restraining order or prove coercive control. Protecting your physical space is just as important. Consider installing security cameras, changing locks, and letting trusted neighbors or friends know your situation. If you feel unsafe, don't hesitate to contact a domestic violence shelter or a support line. They can help create a safety plan tailored to your needs. And remember, isolation is a tactic narcissists use. Stay connected to people who validate your experience and care about your well-being. Whether that's friends, family, or support groups, your community can be your shield while you reclaim your power. Every boundary you set, every protective measure you take, it's a step toward freedom, healing, and peace. Moving forward, healing and recovery. Escaping a narcissistic relationship is not just about leaving a toxic person. It's about beginning the journey back to yourself. Healing from narcissistic abuse takes time, patience, and a deep commitment to self-care. Therapy is a powerful first step. A licensed therapist, especially one trained in trauma recovery, can help you untangle the psychological knots left behind and begin rebuilding your sense of self-worth. Support groups, both online and in person, offer a space to connect with others who truly understand your experience. There's something incredibly empowering about being heard without judgment and realizing you're not alone. As you heal, you'll begin to rediscover your voice, your passions, and your boundaries. You'll learn how to trust again, first in yourself, then slowly in others. And that trust will become the foundation for healthier relationships in the future. The scars may remain, but they no longer define you. With time, you'll see how strong you've become, not in spite of what happened, but because you chose to rise from it. Your journey doesn't end with survival. It begins with thriving. This is your time to reclaim joy, rebuild your future, and live with the peace and confidence you were always meant to have. If you've made it this far into the video, it means you're already taking a powerful step toward reclaiming your life. Understanding narcissistic abuse and navigating the legal system isn't easy, but your safety, peace, and future are worth the fight. You are not alone. Thousands of others are walking this journey with you, and healing is absolutely possible. Whether you're just starting to recognize the signs or you're in the process of rebuilding, know that every step forward is a victory. If this video resonated with you, please consider liking it and sharing it with someone who may also be struggling in silence. You never know who might need to hear this message today. And don't forget to grab your free guide, The Narcissist Recovery Starter Kit. 7 steps to reclaim your confidence, clarity, and peace. Linked in the description below. It's designed to give you immediate tools and support as you begin or continue your healing journey. Subscribe to this channel for more empowering content and real conversations about emotional healing, boundaries, and reclaiming your voice after narcissistic abuse. Remember, your story matters, your healing is valid, and your future is still full of light. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.